Hello all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Monday Night Mayhem. I'm your host, Adam of Clan Veggie the First. I don't know why I'm sounding like a weirdo, like radio host type guy, but I swear I didn't mean it. And I'm joined with my good buddy Terry. How you doing, Terry?
Hello.
And
All right, how are you?
and special guest Skep Tock or Gru Tock.
Hi, everybody. And everybody take a drink. My dogs are barking.
Okay, see, you're sounding okay now, Skep.
Okay, good.
So how are you both doing this evening? Or actually, Terry, I should say, how is the future looking? Future man Terry.
It's fine. Nothing terribly exciting to report. How about you guys?
The world has not blown up yet, huh?
Nope, not yet.
Ugh, well, every day we hope. I'm doing good. Hey, doggo.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys.
It's no worries, dude. How are you doing, Skep? It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
I've got the runaway dogs tonight. I've got but I'm doing well. Had a nice Thanksgiving. Ate too much. Ate myself into a coma.
Ooh.
And watched football. You know, I gave up watching football about 6 or 7 years ago. Just because it was just the same thing again and again. It's a beautiful sport to watch, but the announcers all say the same thing. The athletes all say the same thing. There's, except for the actual physical contest, there's nothing new under the sun. So I gave up watching football, and this is really the first year I've turned back to football after that long hiatus, and it's been kind of nice. It's kind of cool to sit down to it. It's a bit new again.
Who did you watch?
It was an interesting impression. I just thought I'd share it with you.
Well, hold on. You said football. Now, I'm assuming since you're a good red-blooded American, you're talking
American
about
gridiron football.
Thank you. Okay, I was gonna, because FIFA is going.
George Hallis, Vince Lombardi.
The
Feel me,
Heisman.
bro?
Those are friends of yours?
Yes, classmates actually.
He knew him personally.
I certainly did.
What game did you watch?
The Washington Commanders and I guess it was Atlanta. No, it was Baltimore. That's right. Baltimore was Atlanta. Funny uniforms. Anyway, it's amazing how people that big can move that athletically.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that American football has over every other sport that I know of is where can you find a guy who can pick up a car? This is literally true. Can pick up a car and run a 3.940.
WWE?
Maybe for a short while.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is fun watching those monsters out there. I haven't really been watching a lot of football.
I mean, yeah, well, they're you know, like if you like intensity and gratification, European football, this what Americans call soccer, played with the round ball is the game for you. If you want, if you the surest, most insane thing I've ever actually, let me say the second most insane thing I've ever seen is this thing. You may have heard of this, Terry. I think it comes from Australia. It's Australian rules football. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
Have you ever seen these men do what they do?
I haven't watched much of it, but I'm familiar with the game, like the basics of it.
Yeah, it's sort of like a marriage of American football, soccer, and rugby played without pads.
Yes.
What the fuck?
You've got to see it to believe it. And they have a complicated way of scoring that makes no sense to anyone not born in the
future land.
In the southern hemisphere.
From my understanding, if you get it between the two middle posts, you get 6 points. If you get it like on the sides, it's only 1 point. I think that's the basics of the scoring. You've got like the 4 posts. The two middle ones is 6. If it's like first and second or third and fourth,
it's the way they tell you what the score is. It's hard to understand. It's
right.
It doesn't make sense to somebody who was raised on baseball, where simple, low-value integers are added together to produce a total.
Yeah.
You know, if you start discussing cricket, we're gonna have to end the show.
You got to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Prospero was here. I would say cricket's not a sport.
Well, what's a crumpet?
Yeah.
I have no one to aggravate.
Hold on. Isn't that what Raphael says? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, wait, wasn't that what Raphael said?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I didn't. I think I've heard that there was a different style of soccer or football.
But that's just the second most insane, deadly thing.
Well, what was the first
that I've seen? And the worst thing was a couple of rugby matches, also in Australia, that I watched. That just do they check their teeth at the door on the way to the field? I mean, the hits that those people take. Seriously, some of those look pretty lethal.
Now, would it be as lethal as hockey?
Well, and I've played both hockey and rugby. I will tell you, I've never been more tired than I was at the end of like a minute 45 shift, and that's how long you're. People don't realize you're not on the ice out there
rugby
for that long. Yeah, no, I'm talking about ice hockey.
Oh,
that's the tiredest I've ever been. But as far as scared that I was going to get hurt, not scared because when you're a young lad, it just adds to the excitement. The danger is fun.
Yeah, but level of confidence.
Playing rugby was something that I had the good judgment to stop. I did leave some teeth. I did leave some teeth on the ice, some pieces of as a result of hockey, but I think I would have lost more playing rugby.
I'll stick with
Rugby's
hockey.
for crazy people.
See, speaking of
well,
watching sports again, I've been I was watching the Blackhawks, but they haven't been doing too well. So I think it might be
for
because I'm
30
watching.
years.
Well, come on,
I know. They had the one spurt.
Last season was pretty good too.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreak, but
yeah, I was trying to keep up with football.
I follow the Hawks too. As you can imagine.
Oh yeah, come on, you gotta support your.
I think I'm gonna follow the Dallas Stars. Come on, man.
Stars are doing pretty good.
Yeah, Stars are great. It's a great club. It's a great organization. Apparently,
the one thing I've been enjoying though, and if you ever want to hang out and watch some football, I've been playing Madden 13 on my Wii U and streaming it on Sunday, playing alongside the schedule of the Bears. So last Sunday I played the Jets.
So you're playing the Bears schedule?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's all just exhibition.
Where are they playing next week?
Who's
Chicago playing next week?
I can't remember. I know before the Jets it was the Falcons. But yeah, no, just because it's it's, you're right. It's one of those things where it's like you don't think about it, but when you actually like watch it, it's pretty invigorating. And the last match I won by 2 field goals. I don't know how I.
Well, see, who did they play? They lost to the Jets, right?
I think in actual
they lost to the Jets 31-10. So they're going to play the Packers.
Oh no!
Yeah,
our favorite rival.
Yeah, so that's man.
I'm no fan of cheeseheads, but damn, is it?
Have you ever heard of Soldier Field?
Have I been to Soldier Field? Yeah, of course.
Have you ever heard of it?
Heard of it? What do you mean?
It's where the Bears play.
Well, yeah, sir.
Oh, good.
You know who you're talking to, right?
Just having a bit of fun. Just want to see if you're awake. Soldier Field is going to be the warm venue.
Oh shit! Yeah, because
with Green Bay.
Is it?
Oh yeah, because if you went up and played that up, it'd be colder than shit.
Well, I mean, it's Soldier Field.
It's not going to be a picnic. It's not going to be a picnic in Chicago. No. It's going to be awful up there.
You heard the Bears are moving to Arlington Heights, right?
No.
They're looking
Arlington Heights?
Yeah, they're looking to buy the racetrack. Do you recall the racetrack?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's fucking.
And just take that over and turn it into
another stadium.
Bears farm.
And people around Soldier Field are pissed because it's like, dude, you're gonna take our funds when there's games.
Our property values.
Yeah.
Our property values are shot.
And even in Arlington Heights, they're like, what in the fuck are you guys thinking? I'm just looking at it because I don't know.
I can't figure out how you can do that with Arlington Heights. I can't.
It's been going on for a bit.
Yeah.
I forget you're out in Texas, so no, we goof on it like 390 is just gonna be fucking dumb to drive on if they put it there. It's already horrific to drive down that, or not 390, fucking whatever goes north south. I can't remember the name. But yeah, no. It goes right past the racetrack, and I can only imagine if they have a game there. Yeah, you don't go to Arlington Heights anymore. Anybody know how the Colts are faring? I don't know. Can't really say that I watch any other team, so to speak, unless my town is fighting them or playing them. But yeah, no. It's interesting to get back into. I wish I could get a hockey game. I have to dig out my fucking PlayStation 4 again, or maybe just buy a PS5. Right? Yeah.
Colts are playing the Steelers right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
Oh.
13-0 Steelers. Yeah. Or 13-3 Steelers. Excuse me.
Boy, oh boy. Well, Skep Tock,
Yeah.
you are new for the Monday Night Mayhem. Usually,
Well, I've been on your show before.
Oh well, I think Sunday, possibly.
Yeah, that is what it was. You're right.
But I try and talk video game stuff. There's a few things that I wanted to talk about. First off, I want to say,
these are the electric games.
yes, sir.
The new ones, the Pong.
They don't have. They don't use cathode ray tubes. Cathode
ray tubes.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
I know. It's the word is there, but or the image is there, but the word is not.
I have another Pong. I would.
So, but there is something I want to say before I get into any goofiness. In all realistic sense, prayers go out to the people in China and the people in Brazil who are protesting.
The protesters.
And the ladies in Iran who are also protesting. You know, God be with you. Stay strong.
Amen.
Yes. So in terms of recent news that I saw for video games, tomorrow they're going to release another trailer for the Mario movie, and some images were leaked, and I don't know, it's looking kind of nice. I think
I'm sorry, Bob Hoskins is dead, so is Captain Lou Albano.
Well,
there's no one left to play Mario.
Well, that's the thing, that is like what, Chris Pratt, right? Chris Pratt.
He's not one of the two people I named. He doesn't get to play Mario.
Well, I still, oh my god,
Chris Pratt is going to play Mario.
Yeah, and what's his name? Charlie Day is Luigi.
Yeah.
And then
if it was Charles Martinet, the guy who does the voice in the video games, I say okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who Chris Pratt is or who that other guy you mentioned is.
Chris Pratt is Star. Oh yeah, you don't. I forgot. You don't watch Marvel movies. Star-Lord.
Nope.
But so far it's looking really nice. But yeah, the voicing, like I said, and especially Jack Black saying that he's gonna try and have Bowser do a little song bit. Oh god.
Okay, I do like Jack Black, so that's a slight redeeming feature.
But it's looking pretty nice. I can't wait to see what the trailer looks like tomorrow. Knowing Nintendo, it's going to be early in the morning.
You realize that Chris Pratt backwards is trap skirt?
I try and steer clear of the reverse stuff.
Okay.
You know how I am. Hold on. Wait. Boom, 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 boom. Can't trust the backwards speech. No, he's speaking in tongues. But yeah, no, it looks pretty good. I can't wait to see it. See what the trailer brings out. Yeah, and after that, I saw a news article that apparently Nintendo has not heard anything about the Pokemon glitches. So there you go.
They haven't heard anything, even though it's all over social media.
All over everywhere. I'm still putting it in that you probably have a hacked copy of it, or there's something wrong with it, because some of these things are just so crazy. It's like, dude, come on.
I don't even own the game, and I've seen nothing but people complaining about how many glitches there are in this thing.
The most I've seen is just slow down, but I mean, I don't know what to say. And not to say, like, well, you just deal with it with a, subpar product, I guess, but I mean, it is what it is.
Probably what the issue is it's being tested for things that most players will do. But the people who want to, like, push the boundaries and see what they can do outside of the usual limits of the game, they're probably the ones hitting all the glitches. It's like, well, if I do this thing that the designer didn't really intend me to do, it breaks.
And
I think that might be the situation.
And you gotta think
if
too.
if you're only getting slowdown and nothing else.
Yeah, well, yeah, just slow down. And sometimes the characters like pop in and out, but they're at a far distance. I'm just looking at it like it's probably just this company isn't used to working with.
Is this
a
the
system like this.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
See,
game?
you've heard of it.
Yes.
Yeah. See, even I know that icons will walk straight through fire attacks completely unscathed.
See,
you know, and or that you know the thing has random players who just appear suddenly, like in the middle of a battle, and just cruise through. Bye, see you later.
Or just like the long legs and like the eyes popping out. Like I have not seen any of that. But then again, I don't know if I've played long enough or if I don't know. Like I said, I just
I don't know. I don't own the game, so I can't speak from experience.
Odd circumstance, to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been paying attention. I mean, I don't know. Not really much has gone out other than just more console wars and goofy people.
Yeah, the console wars are pointless because the winner is PC. Like, it doesn't matter which is better between Xbox and PlayStation. PC's better than both.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't say anything of the Switch, but okay, yeah, PC Master Race.
Well, I mean, I can understand the Switch because if you want to play Nintendo games, that's the only platform that has them. 99% of the games on Xbox and PlayStation are also on PC.
Or they will be eventually.
I can understand. Like, if you want to play Mario Kart, you basically need a Switch. Like the most recent Mario Kart, I mean. If you want to play, Mario Odyssey, I mean, that's not on PC.
I didn't.
I understand getting a Switch.
There's a Mario Kart on the phone. I didn't even know that. I thought all the.
My point is, there's exclusives to the Switch that are in high demand. If you want to play Smash Brothers, you've got to play that on the Switch.
Yeah.
There's nothing of the same caliber on the Xbox and PlayStation. Like, what do they have? I mean, you have to wait a year to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake if you don't have a PlayStation. Okay.
Damn it, do you want to play the Final Fantasy Remake? I mean,
I already have.
You can play it on the computer, and you can add some mods. Very interesting looking
No, but
mods.
it was exclusive to the PlayStation for like a year, and then it came out on Epic, and it's like, okay, now I can play it. It was worth waiting a year to not have to buy a PlayStation.
Yeah. Yes. Oh shit. How are you guys' knowledge on movies? That was a weird shift. Yeah.
That depends on the movie. I don't know a lot of movies, but I've seen some.
If it's a movie I know about, I'll probably know about it. But if it's a movie I don't know about, I probably don't know that much about it.
Well, first off, I saw this Twitter post, and it was like people who grew up on Tim Burton movies and some other guy's movies are now making these new movies, and it's like, I think one was a Grinch slasher flick, and of course Winnie the Pooh, since he's fair game now, I guess. There's a slasher fic of Winnie the Pooh. What in the hell's going on with people?
This is Winnie the Pooh slasher?
Yeah, he's like a monster now.
Trying to understand the character arc. How did he get that? When did he lose hope?
I don't know.
What did Christopher Robin do to poor old Pooh?
He ran out of honey, and this is the only way he can get more.
He was playing Pooh Sticks,
and
the stick gets stuck.
Yeah, Pooh Sticks.
Pooh Sticks. You remember Pooh Sticks?
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I don't understand the need to do like, haha, it's strawberry shortcake, but she's a psychopath, and it's like, why? What the fuck? Where's the appeal? I don't get it.
It's kind of novel seeing something that's traditionally cutesy being portrayed in a more like a darker light. I can understand that. Like it's just interesting to see something like, Mickey Mouse as, the serial killer or whatever.
Well, hold on.
Because he's typically shown as like, very kid friendly.
And then just have him turn the reverse. I will say a different take on him is good. There's a Winnie the Pooh, I think Winnie the Pooh Demon Hunter, I think it is, where it's Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh are going out and slaying demons.
That's great.
It's fucking cool as shit. It's a comic series that I've seen out there.
Winnie the Vampire Slayer.
I think, is it?
No, that's what I named it.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to help.
It's cool looking. It looks more like Berserk, the manga. So it's yeah. I say if you're gonna try that. the hokey, slasher flick. I don't know. I've never really been a big horror movie fan, slasher fan. So
yeah, me either. There's been a commercial recently. It's actually been running for a while, but it satirizes the horror genre. And at one point, the group of young kids is running away from, the monstrous guy with the chainsaw. And the girl says, "Why don't we get into the running car? No, let's go down to the cemetery," because they always make the most choices. Anyway, favorite moment from I'm a connoisseur of American commercials, and I know a good commercial when I see it. I'll say that.
Surprisingly, a lot of them are thoughtful, and there's actual.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't think it, because it's just a 30-second clip, but they they do things in there for specific reasonings, and I mean they got top men looking into it.
Oh, let me tell you, I wrote in fact, I'm looking at it's hanging on the wall, the proof of the ad that I wrote for Frito-Lay. And it was for their institutional group, which at the time took the way that display cases were just coming in. That's how old this ad is. Display cases were just coming into use by the chip manufacturer. And so these rafts of chips that you see in all the convenience stores and all the gas stations, that was just coming into vogue, and they wanted to advertise this new rack thing that they had to put their chips on, and it was around Christmas. And I said, why don't you do? And I was sitting there with the account manager who was about to go away with a copywriter and come up with the ad campaign. And I said, why don't you call it "Deck the Walls with Frito-Lay and Profit Through the Holiday"?
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely, I was there to do the computer part. And so it absolutely stopped everything and said, that's it. And the rest of that afternoon, for which I was paid $1,200, was fleshing out the campaign.
Ooh. That's not bad.
It's the time I made a lot of money, a lot more money than I would have. That was the beginning of my little 3-4 year advertising career. I was working at an insurance advertising agency, and I was freelancing, writing copy. I was locally here on WBAP radio and KSCS and some of the other stations. I was the voice of Andy Rooney you ever wonder why the Cowboys can't win? I did. I would do dumb stuff like that. But it's just chow. And in the radio business, that's what they call it. They call it chow. It's just to fill time, and or fill commercial space. That's what I was doing. Got to meet Brad Sham. He was the most famous person I met.
I wouldn't mind doing some radio work. Seems like a fun thing. Oh wait, it's kind of what we're doing here, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what this is, man. That's what this is. This is so great to be a part of. I realize I'm 70 years old. I'm going to be out of the picture here shortly. But what you guys are going to get to see is the fruition of the social media thing. The next 30 years in social media is going to be absolutely fascinating. I think it will absolutely galvanize and revolutionize the way people do every single thing that involves communication in society. I really, truly do. It already has, but the future is like saying, hold my beer. You're about to see some real changes.
Well, I mean, just think of how advanced we've grown from a short time.
Oh, Adam.
So,
Adam, when I graduated from Navy Supply Corps School in Athens, Georgia, in 1975, I had to get in a Volkswagen Dasher. If you know what that is. It's
I
kinda
knew
like a
you
Golf.
were from Athens. Did you hang out with Solon?
Well, no, that was where I was stationed. That was where I was stationed for 6 months to go to the Navy school.
Oh,
And I got into that car and drove from Athens, Georgia to San Francisco, California with a Rand McNally map and $80 in cash in my pocket and $50 worth of travel.
Did you say a Rand McNally map?
Yeah.
You know what's
Rand
surprising?
McNally Road Atlas.
Yeah.
Rand McNally Road Atlas. They're great.
What's sad is there's a lot of people who would have a hard time reading that.
They would be lost. They would be. Adam, you are absolute. People
Rand
can't
McNally
tell
is
time.
The country.
Oh yeah, there's people. Oh, yeah.
Rand McNally is the country where they wear shoes on their head and hamburgers eat people.
What?
Do you not remember The Simpsons when they go to Australia?
Is that the one where he gets the boot?
Yeah. But
seen you play knifey
Bart
speed
is
before.
talking to Lisa about the Southern Hemisphere, and he goes, so in countries like, then he spins it, he goes, Australia or Rand McNally, the toilet would flush the other way. And then Lisa says, yes, that's right. In fact, in Rand McNally, people wear shoes on their head and hamburgers eat people.
That's right. And sundials from the northern hemisphere will not work in the southern hemisphere. You have to turn them around.
I wish to visit this magical land.
Me
No,
too.
I mean, you can. It's expensive, but you can visit.
Nah, I don't want to visit now. Shit, are you kidding me? That's like, hey, I want to go to Canada now.
Who is that crazy?
No one wants to go to
feminist
Canada.
Who's the crazy feminist down there who just hates men? What is her name?
I mean, there's plenty of them, but
now
is it the one that always argues
famous
with Hammer?
from 2015, 2016?
Oh wait, does she have blue
Clementine
hair?
Ford?
Yeah, you're not really.
Yeah, she's kind of old. What is?
I remember. I know who you're talking about. I just cannot remember the name.
I'll tell you who it is.
It's not Zombie Lady, is it? No, because I think she's American.
Yeah, the only like super feminist I know is Clementine Ford.
Yeah.
Clementine Ford. That's what I'm trying
That's
to
her.
remember. Yes. Yes. Clementine Ford. Yep. There's her picture. Yeah, I'm sure not talking
Big
about
red.
Jermaine
Yeah.
Burr. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Now, we aren't anti-feminists. We aren't gonna start doing a cringe on the SJWs. Or are we? Bum, 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 bum. I don't know. I really have...
Big Red is someone else. Big Red is Chanty Binks. Clementine Ford is different.
Holy shit, there's two of them?
Yeah.
I mean, there's millions of them.
I was just typing that in.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Oh.
There's a million of them, Adam. Now this looks different from the Pong game that I've seen. That new Pong game.
Oh no, this is a whole new one. This is where you drive.
Oh, okay.
This is Pong, except you're a car.
And you're only going.
Okay, all right.
Is that the H3?
And you've got to drive to find the ball so you can hit it in the other direction.
This just reminds me of Castle Wolfenstein. Just seeing the scenery go by.
Yeah, I like to have. I like to open up the show with just the logo, so we can focus on the conversation.
The track screen.
Yep, and then midway through, I like to switch it up to just have a random arcade game plan. And I still got to figure out how to fucking add my proper link for my arcade instead of like broken link. Cause I hang out at my arcade and we play games and
It's one of the reasons I like Daisy Cousins on YouTube is because she had a fight with Clementine Ford. That's how much I hate Clementine Ford.
Shit, Daisy Cousins had a fight with Clementine Ford?
I thought you said,
constantly.
I thought you said Daisy Cummins, and I thought that was a porn name.
Is there tape out there? Because I would like to see that, because Daisy is a formidable.
I'll see if I can find it. There were a lot of Twitter arguments, and then they were on the same show, and they were talking back and forth quite crossly.
See, that's something.
See if I can find it.
That's something else that has sprung up recently. Like I said, I try to stay away from any sort of the drama. I think it's nauseating. I'd much rather, focus on other things. However, there are some that spring up that just kind of and one of them was Destiny and this Mr. Girl person, and that's flaring up again. But also, I guess the Adam guy from Timcast is now spouting shit again. I don't know. I'm sitting there.
I saw that. Adam, Lydia, and Tim are coming at it.
And like, I'm like, oh my god. This is why you need a full-time job, people. Okay, you cannot just dive into this fucking thing. You have to have a fucking life outside of it, because otherwise you will go crazy and have nonsense arguments like this. Oh, why did I leave? Oh, I don't know. Shit.
I don't think you need a full-time job. I just think you need something other than politics to focus on. Like, I play video games, so I can just sort of like...
I don't think it's...
No, I don't care about that. I'm going to do this now.
I don't think it's politics. I think it's just they are so focused on running these shows that it's like, dude, even people who go into like local theater, they experience that. It's because all they are is enveloped in this theater. So it's like yeah, you're gonna start fermenting bullshit out of nowhere when it was like, que sera sera. You're right. It doesn't need to be a full-time job. I just say that because my own sanity, but it's definitely helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good to get obsessively involved with anything. Like, you do need time away from things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it does make you a bit crazy.
Drives you nuts. It's
Man,
it's
Clementine Ford called Daisy Cousins a kahuna.
Did you see the link I put in chat?
I did not. I haven't looked in chat.
Is that a link to the debate?
It's about 5 minutes of Daisy Cousins and
Thank you.
Clementine Ford.
Oh yeah, yes.
You should post that in our Discord. Also, this is a good time to do a little advertisement. Listen, this is Mike Glendale, and I'm gonna offer you the biggest deal that you could ever possibly. Okay, make sure you check out our Discord. The link is down below. I do have an arcade link. I'll fix it up at some point, possibly. But also, we are trying to reach 100 subscribers on Rumble. So if you can go and check out our Rumble page, I think it's Minions of the Zoo all in one word. Go check us out. Subscribe there, and fucking Terry's going fast and furious out there.
Yeah, the people outside didn't want to hear you plug. They wanted to drown you out.
What the fuck? I'm trying to plug our Rumble, sir. The noise.
Our Rumble. Yeah.
And there's the link in chat to the Rumble channel.
Yeah, thank you, Terry.
I think Mr. Musk
We currently have 29 subscribers.
We're still only at 29? You know what? If we can get to 35, I will show you a picture of a nice little kitty.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to do feet pics.
No, that's 30. That's 40. Okay.
No, man, you gotta get to even 100 for Adam feet. Come on,
you gotta dangle the
carrot. We gotta
carrot
hit
just a little
goal
bit.
for Adam feet.
Look, you don't want to.
Camel.
You don't want to see
How's it going,
my
guys?
Hobbit feet. Oh my God, it's
Thanks.
Camel.
You're just noticing that now?
Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
How you doing, Camel?
I'm doing all right. I just got home from work,
Yeah.
so had to let the dog out and clean up some.
So you're the one who did that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
Indeed,
the
yeah.
Bahan man. They've been pestering me for decades.
Well, see, I let a dog singular out, not the
Oh.
dog plural.
Oh, I've got to find your accomplices too.
That
then.
individual is still on the loose.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Yes, exactly.
We'll cover up a little bit, Chad. That's cool. Well, it's nice of you to join us, Camel.
I would have RSVP'd, but kind of busy at work, so I didn't have a chance. I need to redo a Discord on my phone too. So.
Well, that's okay. Skep Tock enjoyed the plate that we had placed out for you, but it's all right.
That's okay. I've got pizza.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It better have pineapple on
It
this
does
pizza.
not,
Oh,
because
what?
I'm not a heathen.
What? Oh no.
Pineapple is
We
a
had this
perfectly,
discussion last night, Adam.
Oh, we
it's
did.
a perfectly acceptable fruit. It's just not acceptable on pizza.
Exactly. Yes. That's been my contention from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely.
Oh, jeez.
It's really been true since the Bronze Age, since I was a kid.
I was gonna say you did take some notes from Solon. I think I was
Yes.
earlier. You were first to hear of his exploits.
He's a
from
windbag.
Egypt.
Always giving speeches.
God, he just once you put a quarter in him, he just doesn't stop.
I know. We know you're an orator. We get it. We
Oh,
get it. So on. Stop.
So how have you been, Skep? We haven't had a chance to talk in a while. You enjoyed the holidays?
Yeah.
I have. It's been a good time. Halloween was my dad's 95th birthday, so I got to go down to San Antonio and spend some time with him.
Really?
Oh, your
Nice.
dad's birthday's on Halloween? That's awesome.
Yeah. He was born on Halloween. Of
I mean, you get cake
1927.
and candy on the same day. That's just that's sweet.
For
I
Dad's-
feel bad for like drunken uncle having his birthday on Christmas. You don't get
Yeah.
extra presents for
55.
that.
Well, hey, God bless your dad for living to a ripe old age. Hopefully, he has a couple more on him.
I hope to live that long.
Yeah.
He did not eat any candy. Really, any appreciable amount of candy,
Eat.
unless you.
And we're talking
Unless you
actual
called-
candy, not candy corn. Let's just be clear.
Yeah,
Okay?
right. No candy or candy corn or any other vile substance. But he did imbibe a substantial and quite impressive amount of bourbon.
Oh,
Before we
good
get too
for
far,
him.
just for Hate Camel's sake, when they say candy corn, they mean candy maize.
oh,
What you call maize. what you call candy corn.
But yeah, so I hope to live
What do you
as
call
long
corn
as
syrup?
Skep's dad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully
people
I live
say
to
he
be that
drinks
age.
too much. People say he drinks too much.
It's probably
I don't know,
holding
man.
it
If you make it
together,
to
man.
95, I think he's
Shit.
drinking just the right amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my take on it. Plus, he's still ambulatory. He's not only ambulatory; he's 100% in the picture.
Oh, then he's already doing better than me. I'm half in the bag half the time anyway.
He's a cool guy, and he's having a enjoyable glide path.
You said he's out in San Antonio?
He is.
Nice.
He's out just west on the road to Uvalde.
You know, my dad actually is going to be going out to Houston ways around the end of December and go visit family.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh. Hey, I didn't make the plans for him.
Houston's not my favorite place.
I know.
What is the
so
name of that
frickin'
highway they've got
humid,
going
damn.
through it, where it's like 50 feet off the ground? Is that the LBJ?
No, the LBJ is in the LBJ that people talk about is in Dallas. That's the freeway that goes around Dallas, like the Capitol Beltway goes around Washington D.C.
See, I always get confused. But
the freeway that goes around Dallas is called the LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson Memorial Freeway, and even the part that is badged as 20 is part of that.
Oh my God! Hey, Camel, did you make a
LBJ.
smoke signal?
Well, I mean, I did light a cigarette. That counts.
Oh no!
But no, I had to take my grandmother to MD Anderson down in Houston one time, and everyone on that freeway it's like 50 feet in the air, and everyone's doing 90.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, can we please just do the speed limit this high off the ground?
That could be any of several freeways in Houston. Seriously.
Yeah, it was just.
Sounds like one of the turnpikes. Probably one of the. Was it a toll road? Or do you remember?
I don't. It was years ago.
Okay.
But like she asked me to drive because she wasn't she wasn't very comfortable driving out of town. And when I say out of town, I mean like if we get past the city limit, she's like, somebody else drive, please.
Wow.
But yeah, like I mean, I tend to get a bit of road rage on the BA Expressway, and that's not nearly as bad, you know, not even in the same league as whatever that monstrosity was in Texas. So I don't know how or why you guys tolerate that.
Well,
yeah, Skep. Why?
Yeah, why? For all the Texans.
You speak for all. Yeah. I speak of half the trees.
I live in a very, very rural part of Texas.
I like my small town living.
Yeah.
Tulsa is too crowded for me, so I really don't want to go anywhere else.
But you can go 10 miles outside of Tulsa, and you're in real country.
I mean, not really. A little bit further than that, because the metro is a creeping.
I'd prefer
like
that.
My dad grew up in Coweta, which is you've got Tulsa proper, and then to the east you've got Broken Arrow, and then you've got Coweta, and like it's getting to the point where Tulsa has encroached significantly.
Dude, I would.
On what? On what? Tulsa doesn't have anything to encroach on.
I would welcome that over driving
Claremore?
10 miles out of where I'm at.
Oh no,
and
see,
just still going into town.
We're moving east, Skep, not
Broken Arrow, Enola.
Yeah. Okay, Penola's a bit further than Coweta.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got Highway 51 is going, it's connecting you from Coweta to the BA Expressway. So
okay.
Everyone's just getting.
Would you say that Collinsville is outside or Skiatook? Skiatook, or is that outside the?
Yeah, that's far enough. Yeah.
Area? Yeah, that's 10 miles outside the.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about. Tulsa's a weird place. Tulsa's an interesting town. was there because it was a rail stop, right? It was a
well, I
rail
know you've got
stop
the
on
Port
the
of Catoosa.
which
I'm trying
one?
to remember. So you got the Port of Catoosa.
No, yeah, but what I was talking about was the
And then you got part of Route 66 going through Tulsa.
yeah, that's,
And yeah, there's trains everywhere. So I mean, I don't know which one particularly would have been the first one.
it's a
But I try to, like I said, Tulsa's too big for me, so I try to avoid it if at all possible. With Nana Camel, that was a little bit, you know, wasn't in the cards avoiding Tulsa, so I had to spend a few months up there last year, and
oh, you're right.
I still don't forgive them.
The Tulsa metropolitan area has 1 million people in it. I had no idea it was that much.
It used to be like 400,000 when I was growing up.
Oh yeah,
You tell me it's a million
Tulsa,
now?
Tulsa was the size of Spokane, Washington. I did some consulting in Tulsa, and
Yeah. When I was a kid, like the metro
was a
area was
little
like
town.
400,000 or 500,000 tops.
1 million people. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's crowded, and I like my leg room.
Oh. Yeah, it's on the ugly part of the Arkansas River.
I mean, have you seen the Arkansas River? Which side's
Yes,
supposed to be
I
the pretty
have.
one?
Huh?
I said, which side's supposed to be the pretty one?
The one that goes to the mountains of Colorado?
Yeah, I haven't been up there since I was a kid, so
The Arkansas River in Colorado is some of the most beautiful scenery on Earth, literally on Earth. That drive up through the San Sangre de Cristo mountains in southern Colorado, driving toward the interior of Colorado, and then you kind of make this bow-shaped thing. Anyway, it's a drive through Colorado that kind of looks roughly like a banana going north, and you end up at Denver, and it's just one of the most beautiful drives of any place I've been in the world. I had the great and good fortune to see a lot of things in the world. Colorado is literally one of the most beautiful states we have.
Has that river dried up a little?
No, not at all. That's up toward where the headwaters are.
Well, because I know there's some.
So it's still got plenty of water up there.
There's
that's
some,
coming off the
Mississippi's
snow
running
melt.
dry.
That's the snow melt coming out of the Rockies.
I only ask because
funds that river.
There's a few spots of the Mississippi that's been drying up. There was another river too. I can't remember.
You get plenty of sandbars around Muskogee in the Arkansas, so they're always dredging that.
Wasn't there a lake that dried up so much that they found a body in like a barrel or some shit?
Yeah, that's
Lake Mead.
Lake
Mead in Nevada.
No.
They found more than one body.
Oh. Hey, kudos to you.
I mean,
yeah,
there's some old
found all
mobsters they're getting dug up.
Yeah, found a bunch of old cars there too.
Isn't Lake Travis pretty dry too, Skep?
Yeah, Lake Travis is. We're hurting down here. We've been in a drought for a long time. It threatens to get better, and has threatened to get better last couple of years. But we still have a problem. We're not in as bad a shape as California.
Hey, you gotta have faith, right? It's darkest before the dawn. Hey Terry, you said you got Capcom Fighting Collection?
Yeah.
What'd you get it on?
On PC. I get everything on Steam.
Oh yeah.
So what's the count up to now, Terry? How many games you got now?
1,000,
have a look.
2,000.
I think it was like over 4 last time, wasn't it?
Let's go profile.
Terry, do you actually have 2,000 games?
Yeah, 2,249.
Holy shit!
I was off by about double.
Your accounting background makes me not surprised you know the exact number.
It's Jägerpony has me
at the amount of capital you have tied up in games.
Yeah. But Jaeger Pony has like 7,500. He just blows my collection out of the water.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's. I never thought I'd hear that somebody had topped you with the amount of games they have on Steam. That's ridiculous.
How many does Quiz have?
I don't know.
A lot.
I have like
got a lot of
free,
games.
like maybe 20, and I only play like a handful of them regularly.
I've still got Pong somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an Atari. I'm sure I've got Pong and tanks and everything else somewhere around here.
Steam
No,
and PC.
You
are
don't
the-
understand. I'm talking about Pong. When Pong, you had to buy special hardware for Pong,
Ah,
and all you got was Pong.
That's not bad. Yeah.
So obsolete. I can't even I can't even successfully convey my own obsolescence.
well, I've admitted on numerous occasions that I am a filthy casual. So, I'm not going to be beating anybody in the gaming talk here. So.
Well, I that's the only reason I shouldn't have questioned it, because obviously Terry's gonna be PC Master Race.
Well, yeah.
I just assume, like, if there's a game, I just assume Terry has it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
You know, it's like,
my
you got this right.
my thing is I prefer console games, especially older consoles. But if I am gonna play,
Are you what they call like console pheasant?
well, I'm not a bird.
Okay.
Oh god, that was bad.
The only game I really want to play on a console is football.
Ah, hey.
I want my NCAA back
Oh,
because my Cowboys just sucked out loud this season, and I need some redemption. Although TCU's looking pretty good, Skep.
TCU's kicking ass.
Oh yeah,
TCU's kicking
so
ass.
are you more of a college football guy?
I am. I appreciate the fact that they have, there's a winner and a loser no matter how many overtimes they have to play. This idea of like one overtime and then you tie is just ridiculous.
Well, see, that's what I mean. Sport games, I'd have to play on a console. Shooting games, it's half and half. I like a mouse and keyboard type thing. The only games that I play on PC that I can only play on a PC are real-time strategy games.
Yeah, I like my Crusader Kings and Real Politics.
I can only play Age of Empires, and I can only play Rome Total War on a PC. So
Yeah, I would not want to play those with a controller.
No, I wouldn't want to play those with a controller either.
actually, there's a Switch game called Warbound, I think, and or not Warbound, War Party, I think, and it's a RTS, and it is not. The controls are really bad. They tried. Though.
Yeah, no,
they tried.
Those games are clearly designed for a keyboard and mouse. You do not want to play them with a joystick. That's just absurd.
It's a chore. By the time you actually
Yeah,
get
it
your
is.
army up and running, and you're like, dude, I could have done so many more APMs.
You only have to look at like the Super Nintendo version of Command and Conquer. Like that was unplayable. It's like you need a keyboard and mouse to play these things.
Well, I had both Command and Conquer and Warcraft 2 on the Sega Saturn. That's how much I enjoy my RTS.
Yeah,
And you know what?
they're good games, but
And
you need a
surprisingly
decent
enough,
control.
my dream lady actually likes to play Age of Empires. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, God bless. Build
Is this a
bases
person
together.
you only see in your dreams?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a drag. Me too.
I know. But you know what?
Wow.
Just I wake up and I imagine her face or that beautiful smile, and I'm floating all day. It's keeping me positive.
She's listening, isn't she?
Nah, I hope not.
You blink once.
I hope not. That'd ruin everything.
I just, like I said, I want to be able to play my my NCAA football and maybe some old NBA 2K. That's all I would want a console for. Well, I mean, I guess some GTA.
Ooh.
But I mean, you can play that on PC now,
Yeah.
right?
And it's probably better because you can mod it. That's one good thing about PC gaming is you can mod the games.
Yeah,
I tend not to, but yes, the fact that you can
have
is
the
very
option.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hey,
I'm so used to playing GTA with a controller though that I mean, specifically a PlayStation controller. I suppose I could get an Xbox controller to hook up to my PC, but
You
I
can
don't
use
know.
PlayStation controllers on the PC.
I use
It just
my
might be a little bit harder to set up.
I use my Switch controller on Steam.
Okay.
You might have a bit more trouble because obviously Microsoft is going to
it's
designed for Xbox controllers, but I know people that use PlayStation controllers. Not personally, but I watch their YouTube videos. They use PlayStation controllers to play on PC.
I mean, like the controls are pretty much the same, but the only thing is the Xbox controller feels bulkier in my hand than the PlayStation controller.
It is.
Is that the?
It's just the ergonomics of it for me.
The newer one, though, the Series S. Or is that the?
I haven't played a console since like PS3, Xbox 360. So
like I have the image of the PS5 controller in my head, but the
there's
Xbox
no way
one,
I'm gonna shell out for a PS5 like that. So
I might have to. Street Fighter
maybe
5 looks so
maybe
good.
if they ever actually do make a new college football game, maybe then I'll shell out for it. But I'm still waiting. You know, now that they've got the name, image, likeness deal for the student athletes, hopefully they'll make one upcoming. But I'm not holding my breath because yeah, I do miss I miss those games, like the pageantry of college football. It, to me, that beats the NFL hands down every time.
It's a hell of a lot more exciting to go to a college football game.
Oh yeah.
Generally, I'll tell you this as a student, but even just not even as a student, going to just any college football game, you get caught up in the excitement, and those kids are maniacs. They're
especially at Boone Pickens Stadium. Oh man.
Oh, I can imagine.
Is right,
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. The student section is right there behind, you know, the opposing team, and they've got those paddles they're beating on the side of the. Oh yeah, it's awesome. And the band, I used to live right across the street, literally right across the street from Boone Pickens Stadium and Gallagher-Iba Arena.
You got to see him practice.
Oh yeah, I got to see him practicing when Des Bryant was playing for him.
Oh neat.
Nice. There's the apartment complex I lived in was right across the street from the practice field, the stadium, you know, the arena. You know, could hear the announcers from my, you know, just open my window in my apartment, and
awesome.
I didn't even have to turn the radio on, nothing. Could just hear the stadium announcers calling the plays. The tailgating was awesome. As a 17-year-old kid, it was like a kid in a candy store. And yeah.
I think Oklahomans probably the only people in the world where Texans would say, "Yeah, you're as good as we are at tailgating."
I mean,
tailgating in Tulsa is
it is an art. It is an art.
Yes. Art. Go through during football season though, the art will take you over.
I have to say, like, just my personal preference, I preferred like being in Stillwater as opposed to Norman.
Why?
I've gone to games at both, you know, OU and OSU, and I remember, I think the last OU game I went to was it was OU Nebraska, and
two big, well-funded programs.
Yeah, well, Nebraska. This was before Nebraska left for the Big Ten too.
Yeah,
and what year was that? Was it 2004? No, 5, I think. That's the year that that's the year OU got spanked by USC in the Orange Bowl. Yeah, Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl.
And they beat Nebraska like 30-3. Right. Jason White set like a new record for most completions in a row at OU. He hit like 18 in a row. And they get to the fourth quarter, the game is won. Like they're up 30-0. and the fans are being assholes. They're throwing oranges on the field. They're getting penalties on OU for their antics.
Yeah.
Like they're the reason why Nebraska even managed to get points on the board. They got them into field goal range with all those penalties, throwing fruit on the field. And I was like,
they didn't care.
At that point, I was like a freshman, sophomore in high school. And I was like, up until now, I was an OU fan, but seeing the way these people act, forget it.
OU
and then,
is.
And then I ended up moving to Stillwater, and like I said, living right across from the stadium, and just the atmosphere was so much more chill. It was so laid back. Everyone was just there. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not a powerhouse program. Like, they've done great building it up.
Yeah, they've improved their program greatly. But
Boone
it's not
Pickens
Oklahoma.
has dumped a lot of money into that program. But so I mean, like they were so much more chill and laid back, and it's like, hey, we're here to have a good time, and let's go root for our team, and hopefully we win, and so on and so forth. And I was just like, you know what? I like it here a lot better than I liked it in Norman. And also like better music in Stillwater.
More fun.
Yeah, you got Cross Canadian Ragweed. But no, like we couldn't do anything this year. They ended up being 7-5. OU had one of the worst seasons in my lifetime, and still couldn't beat them in Bedlam. Just disappointing. I hope they fire that defensive coordinator, and maybe the offensive coordinator too. Like
Did they put a kibosh on tailgating over this Coof season?
I haven't been back for a game since the pandemic, so I would imagine it being Oklahoma. Probably not. I mean, I very rarely even see people wearing masks anymore. Like there's the occasional person that's like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Yeah, we still get masked people out here. So
yeah, I mean, I'm working, as a cashier again, so I'm seeing a bunch of people every day, and it's like I think I've seen like 3 people in the past week out of a couple thousand. It's like, I'm not giving them any static for it. Just like, oh, you're an odd duck. Okay.
What about you, Terry? You seeing a lot of masked people out in?
Terry doesn't go outside. How would he see masked people?
Dude, that's the second question that I shouldn't ask Terry. I'm learning so much today.
What about you, Skep? Or anybody still masking down in Texas?
Masking.
Did they even mask in Texas?
Was this the curious custom that we saw in other states of people covering their mouths with strips?
Well, I know you got a lot of foreigners from like the West Coast have invaded. So like, are they bringing those practices with them?
No.
No. Oh, that's good. Good.
Nobody put a. You can every once in a while you'll see somebody, all kidding aside, with a mask. Very rarely. The only place that I ever see a lot of people masked is when I have to go to the VA hospital, and that's there you have to wear an N95 mask, even now.
Oh, like
they will provide you with one. They will provide you with one if you don't have one when you walk in there. Yeah, that's.
I've been in a number of hospitals over the past year, and it was just those doc standard surgical masks, and it's part of the reason why I lost a bit of more than a bit of respect for doctors and nurses, because like I'm sitting there, it's like I know if I don't wear this damn thing, I'm gonna get thrown out, and I'm the only person there for my grandmother. Meanwhile, I've got doctors and nurses. They're crowding into these elevators. You're supposed to have like 4 people, one in each corner, and I'm sitting there like crammed in with like 7 other people, and they're pulling their mask down in the elevator to talk to each other and whatnot. It's like, all right, if you people aren't taking this seriously, why should I?
It's all an illusion.
So, but yeah, that's about the only place where I ever see anybody, or large groups of people wearing masks, is if I have to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, you typically see it out here in more of the populated areas, but a lot of people just they don't give a shit anymore, and good because you shouldn't have fear. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm not gonna give someone static if they want to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But don't try and
Don't
make
force it.
me wear one. Like when everything got started, like I had to go to do my grandmother's shopping at Walmart, and like they tried to say like mask required at first, and I walk in, it's like, oh, you gotta wear a mask. It's like, call a cop. I'm not wearing a mask.
It's not a law; it's a mandate.
You know,
There's a difference.
I was like if you feel that strong about it, call the police. See what they say. I was like, I'm not doing it. And then I just got my cart and went about my business. It's the same thing like when they want to stop you to check your receipt. I just hand them the receipt and keep on walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you need it more than I do, apparently. Have fun.
You actually get receipts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got all those self checkouts now.
Oh, right.
Because they don't want to pay for cashiers anymore. And under very, very rarely will I use the self checkout. I got to have like 5 items or less and really need to be about my business. Otherwise, yeah, I'll stand in line and wait for a human to check me out because guess what? I don't work for Walmart. I haven't been trained on this stuff, and they're not paying me to bag my own groceries. So, I'll let somebody else who's their job do it. And
I always feel weird about that too. You ever have to go to a gas station where they pump the gas for you?
No, I've never been to Oregon.
Do they do it in Oregon? I know they do it in New York.
I think they do it in New York too.
No, it's New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jersey. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Jersey, Mississippi, Oregon, and used to state part.
Wait, they do it in Oregon? I don't recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they were trying
They
to
used
get
to
away
not
from
have.
that.
Let me see if they have self-serve.
Well, only
Because like
I might not have.
somebody. I think they may have. I think they may have switched to self-serve, but I remember hearing somebody or maybe it was like somebody from Oregon who went somewhere else and like just waiting for someone to pump the gas. Like, how am I supposed to do this? I don't know.
It's just weird though when it's like they're getting paid to do it, and it's like, do you tip them? I mean,
well, I mean, in Jersey, yes,
Okay.
you pay the vig or they break your knees.
Yeah.
I just realized I'm the only person on this show who has ever pumped gas for a living.
have you?
I was technically an apprentice mechanic, but I was working at a gas station, so I kept the place clean, pumped gas, changed oil, and occasionally would be allowed to help with tune-ups and the like.
Well, you know what?
When I was a junior in high school, so when I I have actually been paid for the transfer of petroleum into a car tank from a time when that was about 50% of the norm. There were about 50% of the customers who didn't want to touch anything involved with the gas pump. And when I was in high school, I graduated from high school in 1970. Back in 1967, 68, when I was doing this, we had people who didn't want to touch a gas pump. They didn't know how to do it. It was a big mystery. This is a big thing that
stick it in the gas tank and pull the handle, like.
Yeah, I know. It seems like, but it's something people had been accustomed to other people doing for them.
I think that's.
You know
where
what? I would be cool with bringing that back, Skep.
Pardon me?
I said I would be cool with bringing that back if you had like actual mechanics working at the gas station. Go ahead, pump your gas, check your fluids. Maybe check your tire
You can't
pressure.
you can't get any mechanicking done when you're waiting on customer, because here's what happens: you be in there, you'll have the timing chain pulled off, you'd be retiming an engine, doing something like that, and some asshole will come in and they won't pump their own gas. They want you to pump their gas. You got to put everything down. Remember what you're doing, where you are. Go pump this asshole's gas. Go back and get back to your work. That will not work. You will have to have losers like me, whose main job was to pump gas, and then anytime, they could go and learn something about mechanics, being a mechanic, they could do that. But it's too much up and down, You'll never get a mechanic to agree.
Oh no, I was saying, like, having an apprentice, like you were saying, as you were as a high school kid, pumping the gas and checking the pressures and stuff, and then going and learning some mechanicking in the interim, while they're not waiting on customers. I think that'd be cool to bring back.
Yeah. And honestly,
you know how much I made an hour, by the way?
67, 68?
Yeah, this was 67.
$100.
No, we're talking
an
hourly?
hour. I barely made that as a consultant.
I was just going by what I was going
$1
with.
an hour?
$100 an hour is a lot to pay someone to pump gas, even now.
No, I was thinking about tips and all that, but yeah.
Yeah, and did I ever get a tip? Did I ever get one single tip from one person for pumping gas? Absolutely not.
Oof.
You want to hear something funny? I got a tip the other day for just cashing somebody out.
Really?
Yeah, he gave me an extra $1.
Cool.
I was like, well, thank you, sir.
Nice.
Johnny Hellcat
like,
was
gratuity
saying...
is not necessary, but it is always appreciated. Thank you very much.
Johnny Hellcat was saying it's illegal to pump your own gas in Oregon.
Yeah.
I think that was the same.
It
in
used
Jersey.
to be. That was till 2020.
Oh.
2020, they passed a reform.
That's when I heard about the chick in Oregon. She's like, I don't know what to do. It's like, oh,
it's just a weird thing, because it's like, dude, I can pump my own gas, but you're doing it.
Have you never
so
seen a
here's
movie? Like,
$1.
there's plenty of TV shows and movies where people are pumping gas. It's like, it's not that hard to figure out.
Yeah, it's not difficult. Hey, Camel, since we were talking about pizzas, what do you think of this concept? Watermelon on your pizza.
No.
All right.
No, Adam, stop that.
What?
I mean, the only fruit that I will allow to touch my pizza is tomato, and that's only because it's in the sauce.
It's in the sauce.
Secret's in the sauce, as they said in, what was that? The fried green tomato.
Oh, yeah.
Secret's in the sauce. When they killed that guy.
When they killed Nick Cersei and put him in the chili? Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, put him in the barbecue sauce.
Oh, wait. I'm getting that confused with the episode of Sons of Anarchy where they put a dude in a pot of chili.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I got the actor right. It was Nick Cersei.
Even tomato slices on a pizza is pretty good, too. So you're onto something.
What is wrong with you?
What? It's good.
Quit putting fruit on pizza, dude. Come on.
Who hurt you?
I don't know. As long as it's not onions. Shit.
The entire nation of Italy is giving you the evil eye right now. I hope you know that.
Do they? Would they?
I just hope he put salad dressing instead of tomato paste on his pizza.
What about... How does Sicily look at me? Hopefully with favorable eyes.
Nah.
Oh,
they're giving you the evil eye too.
Yeah.
You're messing with their national,
Well,
okay. You guys had been talking about T-Boone Pickens, or it came up earlier in the evening. I just want to read
T-Boone Pickens.
Oh.
T-Boone Pickens. He died. He was a billionaire. He died. He was a corporate raider, and
he was an oil man.
Oil mine in the oil bed. But when he died, this is kind of fun. He left a short note with a poem attached. He said, "If you're reading this, I have passed on from this world. Not as big a deal for you as it was for me. In my final months, I came to the sad reality that my life really did have a fourth quarter, and the clock really would run out on me. It took time to convey some thoughts that reflect back on my rich and full life." And one question I was asked time and time again: what is it that you will leave behind? That's the heart of one of my favorite poems called "Indispensable Man," which Saxon White Kessinger wrote in 1959. And here is the entire the main part of the poem, the relevant part of the poem. It's just a few lines. It says, and remember, this is being offered by a guy who knows he's about to die, and he wrote this down, and he said, "Sometime when you feel that your going would leave an unfillable hole, just follow these simple instructions and see how they humble your soul. Take a bucket and fill it with water. Put your hand in it up to the wrist. Pull it out, and the hole that's remaining is a measure of how you'll be missed. You can splash all you wish when you enter. You may stir up the water galore. But stop, and you'll find that in no time, it looks quite the same before."
Now, who is the author of that poem?
Saxon White Kessinger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a pretty.
And the Alfredo sauce on pizza. I'm not a fan. of that
By the
either.
way, Saxon Kessinger was a chick.
Okay.
Saxon sounds like a man's name. I just wanted.
But was she a Saxon?
Pardon me.
He's asking, was she a Saxon?
What do you?
Was she a
Yes,
Saxon?
she was. She was a Saxon.
Oh, okay.
She was a Saxon.
Look, we still trying to instill a little historical humor. All right, smart
Absolutely.
jokes on the Monday evening.
But yeah, he dumped a lot of money into OSU football. He was a big booster of that program, and they got them state-of-the-art facilities to help with their recruitment at OSU.
Yeah.
And like they've got one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the country. So the fact that they look so sluggish this year, I attribute that to the new coordinator they got. Although I saw their old coordinator, he got spanked by Michigan this week, so I'm not feeling too bad.
They've just got to get to where they can get a nucleus of a good team.
Yeah, I mean they had a pretty good
compete with Oklahoma on that line.
I mean they had a pretty good group of guys last year, but some core players ended up going to like the NFL, and bit of rebuilding going on, and then of course like I said, new coordinator, and then I don't know what was going on with the offense this year, but my God, man, it was hard to watch. And I also attribute a little bit of that to my own not superstitiousness. If I listen to the games on the radio, they tend to win. If I watch them on TV, they suck out loud. So,
Hey, that's why I stopped watching the Blackhawks.
yeah, I just got to listen to them on the radio. And also, I mean, I don't know about like the rest of the country, but OSU's radio commentator, Dave Hunziker, that dude is awesome. Anytime like a player will break a big play for a touchdown, he's I don't know how it got started. I'm sure I've heard him explain it before, but he has like his little catchphrase is "Good night, Vienna." So, or pistols firing is also how I know they scored a touchdown. But yeah.
What do you
So
listen to it on the radio? Like driving
local radio station.
or at? Do you listen to it when you're at work?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, if I'm at home, I'll like if I'm sitting here in front of the computer on a Saturday and they're playing, I'll generally just pull up my local radio station's website and listen to it from that while I'm surfing other browsers and whatnot.
And so that's
this is the guy. OSU contributed one of the greatest names in the NFL. His name
Barry Sanders.
No, not Barry Sanders. This guy's name is Amen Ogbongbemiga.
That's the name.
He's a Nigerian dude,
well,
and he's
currently?
actually with the Los Angeles Chargers now. But
Oh,
he
okay.
played at OSU. Yeah, it was. They've got OSU has 20 players who are in the NFL, right?
Well,
this
we also
one had the coolest name.
we also had and until he got hurt this season, we also had an Aussie on the team as well.
Oh, is that the kicker?
The punter,
kicker?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Dan, I'm blanking on his last name now, but yeah, he got hurt middle of the season, and he's also one of the oldest players in college football too. He's like a year younger than me. He's like 32 years old playing college football.
Yeah. I heard. I did hear about that.
And I'm just sitting here. It's like I'm 33, and it's like everything hurts, and I don't play football. Like I can't imagine.
Hold on,
I'm sure
hold on.
he's a punter, but still, like.
Campbell, are you the youngest person on this stream right now?
I am.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Although, like, I mean, I'm the oldest, I'm the youngest person on the stream, but I'm still old enough to say that I lived through at least part of the Cold War.
Well, if you can make that claim,
I'm going to hang my hat on that, even if it is a technicality.
Yeah.
Were you alive in 1989?
I was.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Isn't that when Gorbachev brought that wall down because Reagan said, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm putting my foot down"?
Yeah,
No,
what
but
the
that
wall
was.
came down in
I think it's
October?
You have the year
Quite
right.
good.
That's not what happened, but yes,
I don't know. I think that's what happened. And Hulk Hogan came in with the flag. The fucking,
yeah, it was a WWE event.
Oh.
And you had the Hoff, singing on the wall,
Yeah.
getting them to bring it down.
And he said, "I am a donut."
Yeah, Skep.
No,
the
that
wall
was-
started
that
coming
was
down in October, wasn't it?
Berliner.
Yeah, no, that was when Kennedy went to Berlin.
Oh,
And
well-
he wanted to say,
Ich bin ein
I
Berliner.
am a Berliner, and what he said was, the way he said it was, he, instead of saying citizen of Berlin, he there's a pastry that they have that's called a Berliner. They call it a Berliner, and that was the word
That he said.
that Kennedy.
So he said, "I'm a pastry."
Listen,
Yeah, I am.
Listen,
I am
folks.
a jelly donut. Yeah.
even as we try and entertain you, maybe with
Oh,
some
I've got a better
interesting
one than that.
stuff.
I do have a better one than that.
Hold on.
Let me just. This is a quick one. I'll be done.
Go up.
Defense Secretary Robert McNamara went to Vietnam, and he wanted to shout to the crowd, "Vietnam for 1,000 years" in Vietnamese, but he didn't pronounce it right. And Vietnamese is an inflection language. The inflection matters. The way you say things matters to the point of changing the meaning of the word. So instead of saying Vietnam for 1,000 years, which he, got to the climactic point in the speech and then shouts out Vietnam for 1,000 years. Only what he shouted in Vietnamese was, "The duck wants to lie down."
Nice.
It's a good story.
And Charlie took that as a sign of surrender, huh?
Yeah, not exactly.
It's all written in the art of war. No, it's fun. And as I was saying before, as much as we try and entertain you, be it with imagery or commentary, we also like to educate you. So, you can come off feeling a little bit smarter. But yo,
Smart alecky.
we've gone a half hour over what I usually do. I usually do an hour.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
You're not guilty enough.
I know. I was trying to think of a native joke, but
It could be worse. Like, you could have Sanguine here, and he and I always want to make Johnny go way longer than he intends to.
no. If are you kidding me? I think you, Sanguine, and Skep Tock in the same chat. Holy fuck, we'd be here for
that's a
hours.
24-hour stream, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, 3 acres.
Not to say that it wouldn't be entertaining, but you might have to go take a couple of smoke breaks
here or
I
there.
mean, on the few streams I've done on my channel, I don't think there's been. Well, no, I take that back. There's been exactly one stream that didn't go like 3 hours plus, and that was the one I did with Eve. Because she had somewhere else to be. It's like, okay, so we have a time that we're ending. And I think we still end up going over that, too.
I found Robert McNamara saying the little duck, it wants to lie down in Vietnamese. Let me share this. Oh
Please
wait,
do.
I can't share this, can I?
Unfortunately not. The
Yeah,
way it is structured, it's very rigid.
you're not set up for that. That's
No.
okay.
Can
All right,
you drop a
I'll
link in, like,
post
chat?
the link. I'll post the link.
Because I'd like to see that.
Yeah, post a link. Hey, again, if you post it in either the chat or Discord, yeah, everybody go and take a look at that. But all being said, I think we are gonna go ahead and cue up the outro. So, was there anything any of you fine gentlemen wanted to add before we ended the stream?
Thank you for letting me come on. It's wonderful spending time with you.
Hey, dude,
All you guys.
When you said you jump on, I was like, yeah, dude, it's been a bit since we've chatted, and I always enjoy our chat. And hey,
always.
I will sneak this in, not to, I guess, sound. Terry, it's kind of been a blessing. I enjoy my Sunday show, but working with Quiz and doing Monday, I've been looking forward to hanging out with you and chatting with you on Mondays. So
it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. And Camel, holy shit, I didn't think you'd come out.
Well, like I said, when I've actually got a set schedule for the most part, so I'll have like Wednesdays and Thursdays off. But just kind of wrapped up at work. I hadn't got Discord back on my phone yet, so when he put out the invite, I didn't have a way to say, hey, yeah, sure, I'll come hang out. But when I saw you guys were in the Discord, I was like, I'll pop in and say hello.
Well, see, that's exactly what I want.
It always warms my heart to hear you be like, oh shit, it's Camel, like I'm a cop or something, and just been covered in nine bag.
Well, it's only a matter. You still haven't called me Eagle Balls yet, so I think we're still.
I made one comment in passing in chat years ago. Like, don't put that on me. I didn't make that a thing.
Hey, I'll take it. But it was pleasant chatting with you. And
always.
The way I structure the show, all you have to do is jump in quiet on the set or in our Discord, whatever, get the proper permissions or whatever. Because I don't think I can pull people into the chat, but all you have to do is jump in. I prefer it, because it's shit. Who's gonna hop in? Sometimes Sanguine pops in for a little bit, it's fun. And again, it's more of a we're hanging out at an arcade and shooting the shit. But yeah, I think we had a good show tonight. Talked about a lot of fun stuff. And yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and close out the show. So
it's appropriate because the duck wants to lie down.
Oh, there you go. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining. I love y'all and God bless. The zoo is closed.
Hi guys.
No.
Later, everybody.
Minions of the Zoo is recorded live on tape in front of a studio audience.